Professional. Okay.
This the hard part right here.
Getting it off the tube, right? Mm-hmm. And I was trying to figure out, how do they do this? This is giving me a fit. So I tried to flap a little piece of the gauze over the tube, but it's still getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to hold it. But I think I see you doing something. You were holding that tube in place with that gauze to help you hold it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just, most of the time you end up having to pull it off of here.
Okay.
Especially if it's stuck.
Okay. Let me give him a shot because he want to know what it looked like back there. Now he can see what it looked like. Okay. Here's a wastebasket. I hope so. Didn't you put it up?
Yeah,
yes,
the numbers
I do.
and stuff moving.
Because I don't know what I'm doing. Use some space. Okay, now what I did not get a second pair of gloves, but I did put hand sanitizer on the pair that I had. Was that sufficient?
That you did that, that's fine.
You can't.
I can't.
Right.
But you can.
Okay. Logan, somebody's at the door and we're busy.
Now do we record? Sorry.
Somebody's at the door and we're busy.
Yeah, if you're able to change in between each time, then that's fine. But we know that supplies are limited. They're hard to get right now. So make sure that, like you said, your hands are clean when you do it. Now, the one thing that I would say, if you do this first, then change your gloves. If you change the bag and all first, change your gloves. But if you do this first, then you could be all right with like cleaning the gloves off, if that makes sense.
I understand. I'm trying to think of which I did first. Did I change the bag first or your bandage first?
Change the bag first.
Okay.
So if you change the bag first, then change the gloves.
Okay.
If you do the dressing first, then you should be okay, especially depending on the amount of gloves that you have.
Okay.
If you have to continue to use them, then you should be okay changing
because
the bag.
Of germs.
But if it's vice versa, you gotta change them.
Okay.
Because once you take this off, if you get urine up there, then they need to come off.
Okay.
But if you do this up here first, and then you come down here, these are already dirty. If you get urine on them, they already dirty.
Okay. Okay. But in between, I did put plenty of sanitizer in between. I knew that I needed to.
You did have like a little crust up there this time. I want a lot though.
Okay, so you get right on up there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got as close as I was comfortable, but I didn't like rub right around that tube, but I could rub right around that tube.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And when you clean the tube itself, you want to go away from the body.
Okay.
Like that. You don't want to push it down. You want it to come out.
I'm in your way.
I'm ready. Trust me, if I can, when we do stuff and we got kids hanging on our legs, the dogs sitting on their legs, that's all right.
Okay.
I guess nobody was at the door.
He said it might have been Bella.
The other thing that you can do, you can change the angle of that tube. Now, you don't want to pull it and yank it and twist it and everything. But if you always put the dressing on and it's going this way, you can change it to dressing that way to kind of protect the skin.
Okay.
As far as the tube, depending on where it lay at, right now, this tube act like it won't go that way.
Okay.
But you can move it around. Like I said, you don't want to pull it or anything like that. So if you want it to go straight down like that, you can. If you want it to lean to the side a little bit, as long as it's not kinked, then you okay.
Okay.
All right. I actually got this one around it.
Okay.
And I'm going to actually lay this one
Can I
on
ask you
top
something?
of it.
Would it help to wrap that blue cord?
No. And what you talking about? Wrap it up
Like,
underneath
like
the
a little
dressing?
sports tape, just to keep it from getting the tape sticking to it.
I'm showing her how to do it right now.
No.
So instead of you put one around it,
Mm-hmm.
you see I did it.
You put it on top
Put
of the
it
blue.
on top of it.
Okay.
Don't wrap it around it. Just put
Okay.
it on top of it. That way when you pull that off, this one coming off.
With it.
And it's not on wrapped around the tube.
Okay. Okay. I think I prefer that because I get a little nervous about, you know, pulling at that tube so much.
Yeah, so if you just lay it on top of it, put one around it, and lay the other one on top of it, when you go to take it off, you don't have to worry about trying to get that top one from around it too.
Okay. Yeah, now to be able to maneuver like you, right? I see
To
you.
the side a little bit for me.
Like this way?
Uh-huh.
Keep going.
I just want to position it too and put this dressing up here. Because Tegadarm don't like nobody.
I did notice I did get a little pleat in mine. If you don't get it up there right the first time, it creases. Okay.
Now, if you wanted to use this just to give it more stability, but I don't think you're gonna need it because of
What's that?
where this anchor.
We were wondering what in the world that was for.
It's an anchor.
Okay.
So